Greetings once again, my fellow Star Trek fans, and I welcome you to another Star Trek related video. This is going to be a goodie from the past. I recently told you guys that I was going to be doing remakes of some of the stuff that I have shown you, because the camera that I had when I first started making these videos was, well, though it said high definition, it really wasn't. The video quality was really poor, and some of the stuff that I had shown you, it was hard to see. You couldn't really see it. The lighting was poor, and it was really poor quality filming. So what I want to do is I want to show you some of those items in high definition with a much better camera. And we can start today with something from Playmates. This is from Star Trek Generations. This is the USS Enterprise D, and this is new with blow-apart battle damage, detail with flashing lights and explosive sounds. We all know, unfortunately, spoiler alert, that our Enterprise D gets destroyed. What happens is those notorious Klingon sisters, they put a little spy bug into Geordi's visor, so when he goes aboard the Enterprise, they're able to see the frequency on which the Enterprise shields operate on. Once they get that, they're able to fire at will at the Enterprise, and the shields are unable to stop the photon torpedoes coming in. Ultimately, the saucer separates, and the engineering section, or the warp core, explodes, and the force pushes the saucer section into the orbit, and it crashes on the planet. So you guys have seen the movie pretty much know that this does not happen. The saucer section does not have sections blown off like this, but for the sake of the movie and the sake of the collectible, that's what they decided to do. So this is Playmates, and this is from, again, like I said, Star Trek Generations. This is kind of the passing of the torch from the Star Trek original series crew, as they pass along the baton or the torch to the Star Trek The Next Generation, and they make their own batch of movies. So this is from Playmates, and this is Collector's Edition 084317. And I like that they do that. I wish Diamond Select did that, but they don't. So that's the front of the box. You can see the Generations movie on the poster. And on the side of the box, you got the same thing, Generations, and this is the Enterprise NCC-1701-D. We're introduced to the Enterprise B in Generations. That's the Excelsior class. And they're actually commissioning the USS Enterprise NCC-1701-B when the movie starts. Exclusive mini Generations movie poster included. Real blow-apart battle damage sections with flashing lights and explosive sound. 3 movie starship sounds: photon torpedo, warning signal, and explosive sounds. Light up engine nacelles. Star Trek Generations Deluxe movie stand with a bonus technical blueprint inside. You can see a picture on what will happen when you push the button. We will get to that. Looking at the end of the box, pretty much the same. And I do believe both ends of the box are identical. You could see at the time I paid $34.99 for this. I think it was at Caldor I had gotten this a long time ago. So let's take a look at the back of the box. You can see some of the pictures of the functions of the ship model. You can see the lifeboat stations, the hull battle damage, 10 forward lounge, the pop-off panel, activation button, saucer module, of course being the primary hull, pop-off panel activation button, main bridge, linear phaser array, saucer impulse engines, light up the SARD hydrogen collector, the battle section, light up warp engine nacelles. You see Star Trek Generations display base. And this is stock number 6171. And this is, of course, from Paramount and Playmates, and this is 1994 release. And it does have a little bit of information on the back of the box. The Starship Enterprise, the flagship of the Federation, now in the ultimate fight for her life, as seen in all her glory in the new feature film Star Trek Generations. The USS Enterprise NCC-1701-D takes on the notorious and powerful Klingon bird of prey, firing photon torpedoes and trying to keep the ship's shield at full. Captain Picard and crew are on a decisive mission to thwart the treacherous Dr. Soren and his Klingon compatriots, Lursa and Betor, from destroying an entire solar system. All the while, they must maneuver around the mysterious Nexus ribbon, a space anomaly. All systems a go, and the USS Enterprise NCC-1701-D meets the challenge that could be so devastating it could be her last voyage. Unfortunately, it is. You can see. Open your own space rift and collect all the characters and accessories from Star Trek Generations. There are action figures, as you can see, the Starfleet communicator, and the engineering playset. So, that's just about everything on the box. Information about the model inside. So why don't we go ahead? I'm going to put you on the tripod. We're going to open it up, put batteries in it, and fire her up. All right, that's going to be a little bit easier. So, is that everything in the box? Yep. Comes with some paperwork. We'll put that aside for now. And let's get the way the packaging is. It's pretty, it's all held together in the slots, and there's a lot of stuff in it. So please excuse the messy unboxing. And this is old. This is 1994. And this bag has the nacelles and the stand was on the bottom. So let's go ahead. First thing we'll do is I'll show you guys the stand. You can see it's got the gold and the silver. This is actually my inspiration when we had done the fiber optic USS Enterprise NCC-1701-D. The model instructions called for it to be painted black, but I had done the gold and the silver because I thought it was pretty nice. And a lot of the Playmates bases are in silver and gold. And you can see this has the bottom of the ship in case you're going to use the base, and that's what we're going to do. So to slide it in, you just bring it to the back and push it forward. And what it'll do is when you hear the click, it's all set. Just like that. And I'll show you how easy it is to get it out after. So, we'll put the base down. Let's take out the Bassard collectors. And I had put the stickers on. I regret putting the stickers on, but, you know, I just had to play with it when I first got it. I just thought it was so cool. And of course, the starboard and the port side nacelles pretty much the same, so it's hard to tell the difference. I guess Jordy could, but I can't. All right, let's take the primary hull out of the bag. Look at that. And she's all damaged and battle scarred. And to get the battery compartment open, all you do is push it forward. So it's pretty nice. There are no screws or anything. And that takes 3 AA batteries. And we'll put the batteries in. You can see it has the separate hull bottom that covers the battery compartment. You can use that. Or it has the built-on one on the base. So let's get 3 batteries. Okay, so I got the heavy-duty batteries. And you can see how they go in. Positive is on top for the 2 outside batteries, and the inside battery has the negative on top. So once we have all the battery, and you don't have to worry about the Playmates doesn't have the try me or the play mode button or switch on the inside. So all you're going to do is put the batteries in. And you guys can see, all you do is slide the base. When it clicks, it's all set. And just like that, the ship is all ready to display. So let's go ahead and we're going to clip on the nacelles. Might need to do that off camera for a second. Give me a minute. There's one. And the same thing with the nacelles. They kind of clip on. And once you hear that click, you know they're all set. Let's just make sure they're working. Wait, that's something else. Yep. Beautiful. Interestingly, the deflector dish does not light up on this. Okay, so the whole purpose of this special edition was the fact that it had the blow apart saucer section or primary hull. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you there are buttons that are on top, or on the side, excuse me, of the primary hull. And when you push the button, you got an explosion, you got the flash, and you have the damage on the inside being lit up. And you can see we'll do the same thing for this side. Now, this isn't accurate to the screen, but it still is. You got to admit, this is pretty cool. The closest thing we see to this is it Star Trek, is it Undiscovered Country, where we see the Enterprise A has the photon torpedo blast come up through the bottom and go through the saucer section. That's the closest I think we see to any primary hull damage penetrating of any starship, through the first few movies anyway. But let me get the retrieve the panels that blew off. You can see there's battle damage on them. So let's do some of the sound effects again. They got the photon torpedoes, the explosion from the battle damage, and the red alert. That is pretty cool. All right, let's go to the photon torpedoes. You can see the nacelles light up. But interestingly, the deflector dish does not light up. And I've shown you other Playmates versions of the Enterprise D. I'm trying to remember if the deflector dish lights up or not. I'll have to. Like I said, when we do some video redos, to show you better video of these models, I have a couple of Enterprise Ds from Playmates. And we'll go through those and we'll check and we'll see. The first one, of course, that I ever bought doesn't even have a stand. All it is the ship. And I'm not sure if the deflector dish on that one lights up, but that'll be another video. So with this one, let's do the red alert. And photon torpedoes. And of course the blow apart battle damage. So let's take a look at some of the paperwork, because I love when they put extras in. And some of the extras, they put the blueprint. Oh, incidentally, here is the sticker sheet, and there are some that I neglected to put on. A lot of those, of course, go at the ends of the photon torpedo, the phaser arrays. You get that little red curve that goes at the end. And basically everything else is on it. But I ended up keeping the sticker sheet. Okay, let's take a look at the movie poster. Well, I don't know if I call that a poster, but it's cool. It's the Star Trek Generations logo, 1994 Paramount Pictures. You can see Ursa, the Klingon bird of prey, and you can see the Enterprise, of course, before she's destroyed. And we don't see the Nexus ribbon. I don't know if this would be the Nexus ribbon or if it was meant to be something else. But anyway, Star Trek Generations, and this is the movie poster. And another extra is that we have the blueprint. Love stuff like this. Starfleet, Enterprise, NCC-1701-D main deflector shields, and you can see where the deflector shields are. Primary hull shield, secondary hull shield, and you got the warp nacelle shields. The primary hull shield can be boosted to cover the secondary hull and warp nacelles field integrity. However, it would be compromised. Warp nacelle shields. By using a series of conformal transmission grids on the exterior of the ship, the shields are shaped to form a tight ring of protection. Don't you love this stuff? USS Enterprise NCC-1701-D employs a highly sophisticated deflector and space debris system. In order to protect the Enterprise from a wide range of weapons, the shields are raised to at least 85% of total rated output. At this power output, a virtual full-spectrum shielding system is created. The shield bandwidths are modulated along with the frequencies in order to prevent anyone from penetrating the shields. Once shields are raised, they can only be lowered by direct input from the tactical station or by accessing the central computer with the access code. Gravitational polarity source generator. 32 MW graviton polarity sources. 625 millicochran subspace field distortion amplifiers. Primary hull is equipped with 5 shield generators. Secondary hull is equipped with 3 shield generators, and each warp nacelle is equipped with 2 shield generators. Access code for remote field generator shutdown is classified and changes routinely. You guys remember in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, the Enterprise used Reliance prefix code. Oh, I try to remember the prefix code. 221977. I don't remember it offhand. But they used the prefix code to order the Reliant to lower her shields, and that's when the Enterprise was able to attack the Reliant. The access code is changed routinely. You can see this blueprint is a blueprint of the Enterprise shields as used in the Star Trek TV show and does not depict the actual function or the internal components of this toy. So in case you were wondering, this model does not come with functioning deflector shields. All right. 1994 Paramount Pictures, all rights reserved. Star Trek. And all related marks, the trademarks of Paramount, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I like the little tidbits like that. And we do have the Star Trek Starfleet technical manuals. And, you know, that's an interesting thing. That gives me an idea. I think we're going to be making a video on all the deflectors. We'll do the deflectors for her and all Constitution-class starships. And it could be doing it the same for the A. We'll see. But this is the blueprint, the extra bonus blueprint. And that leaves us to the instructions. You see the instruction sheet. And you can see it's got the placement of the panels that are to be blown off. It shows you how to put the stand together. We had done that. And then it shows you where to put all of the decals. Locate the battery compartment on the underside of the D section. The secondary hull, I showed you that. And then attaching it to the base, I showed you guys that. And the stickers, 1994 Playmates. So if you guys have this and don't have the instructions, I'll put these up for you. And it's in high definition. It's a lot better than the first time I did this video. And that's all that's on the back. And that is everything in this pretty fun kit or model. Let's put the panels back on. I'll show you how to put them on, actually. Then we can blow them off again. So you can see there's a little lip on the back of it. You put it in to the hull and you push it into place just like that. And once you hear the click, you know it's all set. Again, you see the little tab, push it down, and it's ready to go. And then when the Enterprise gets attacked by the Klingon bird of prey, panel blows off and there's battle damage. And you can see the fire burning inside. It's kind of sad to see the Enterprise D destroyed because she's my second favorite Enterprise, the second favorite overall ship. You see the second panel blow off. And the fire lasts for a little while. You can see. You can do the alert. And photon torpedoes. And that, my friends, is the redo of this video for you guys. Like I said, this is a really cool little model. And I know I've heard a lot of the comments over the years. I realize that this is not accurate to what happens to the Enterprise. I don't think it's really meant to be accurate. It's just meant to show a little cool thing. It would have been harder for them to do this on a secondary hull. That would have been more accurate, but it is a secondary hull that explodes, ultimately pushing the primary hull down to the surface of the planet. But that's the way they made it. You can see the battle damage. And it's pretty fun to play with. It's sad because it's the Enterprise and we don't want to see her destroyed. But the next feature film we get with the Star Trek Next Generation crew is we're introduced to the NCC-1701-D. And she's a lovely lady. She's a nice, big, powerful ship. The most powerful one to date in that movie. Let's see the photon torpedoes. And one more time, the explosions. And that, my friends, is Playmates, the NCC-1701-D from 1994, the movie Star Trek Generations. I hope you enjoyed this reboot, and I thank you so much for watching. And I'll do some more reboots and redos just to show you better high-definition video of them. I remember one that came out really horrible that was actually great was the Borg Cube. And I got to redo that one. That'll probably be my next redo for you guys. I'll do the Borg Cube. Well, my friends, I thank you for watching. And until then, I'll talk to you soon. Live long and prosper.